If you can't tell by my voice, I'm a little bit under the weather, a little bit under the weather, but I do need to get a video filmed, and I do need to get a video filmed so I can have something uploaded on Monday while I'm working for the week. So I'm just gonna do a get ready with me trying some products that I haven't used on this channel yet. Some of it's new, like I've only used it once or twice. Some of it I've used quite a bit, but I haven't used it on the channel yet. And some of it I've used on this channel, so I mean, I'll let you know if it's new or not, but I like to try things before I come on and film a video so I can give you an accurate opinion. I used to do first impressions a lot, but I think that it's more useful to have a fully formed opinion on the product before I talk about it on my channel. I have a new setup. I'll insert a picture right here. I actually bought a desk on Amazon and turned it into a vanity. That's why I'm not on the ground anymore, which is really nice. My lighting's way better, the setup's just more comfortable, and it's made a huge difference in the space in my room, so I'm really happy with it. I don't know if this is really much different for you guys. I'm like just not on the ground and it's higher up. I don't have much of a background because I'm in an apartment, and putting up a backdrop would be like really, like I'd have to put it down and put it back up every time I film. So I'm just not down for that, but I also like that it's more of a personal feel. Like you can just, it's just my room. It doesn't look like a production, you know what I mean? So anyways, let's go ahead and get started. I already prepped my skin. I did like I used a Neutrogena face wipe just to wipe down, because I've been sick, so I haven't had makeup on all day, but I still wanted to just get any oils or whatever off my face. And then I went in with my e.l.f. hydrating water essence to intensify the skincare I put on top of it, which is the Valgene Labs Restore Serum. And then after that, I went in with my e.l.f. Daily Hydration Moisturizer, which I'm almost out of, so you all are about to be seeing the L'Oreal Hydro Genius again. I do love this moisturizer. It's a very good moisturizer, and it's not too heavy, but I am a gel moisturizer person, so, but I did pay $12 for this, so I do want to use it up. So I'm going to take my Alba Botanica Fast Fix for a pimple. And I'm just gonna put that all over the area the breakout's in. If I start looking down, that's because my mirror is right here. I don't know if I linked it or not in my, I don't know if I mentioned this or not in my haul. I might have, and I think I said I was gonna link it, but I didn't. The mirror that's on my vanity is Bluetooth, and it's super cool. So this is just a spot treatment for pimples. I think this might just mostly be scarring at this point, because it was just a bunch of blackheads that I like popped, which is not what you should do, but anyways, it's supposed to like actually act as a treatment for the pimple, but it also blurs the redness, as you guys can tell, which is super awesome. Like, that's a huge difference right there. I know you can still see it, but it's pretty legit. So I really recommend this product. I got it for $5 at Marshall's. I've never seen it in any other store, so I'm not sure where they sell them. But if you know, go ahead and comment down below, because I might repurchase, and I don't know if they're gonna have it at Marshall's anymore. Anyways, my mirror is like a Bluetooth mirror, and I use it when I watch my YouTube videos and I play music, and it's really like awesome, like especially for when I'm traveling. And like when I travel, I can like connect my phone to it and use it to listen to music or watch videos while I'm getting ready. So like I really appreciate that. So yeah, I really like prime the skin. That's what I'm gonna do. Or wait, no. First I'm gonna take my Pacifica Rose Flower facial spray. I really like this. They're $10, which is affordable. And it seems like it's a decent amount of product. So it says refuse to obey time. So I'm guessing it's like anti-aging. And it's 100% vegan. So I really like this. It doesn't say how many, so I have 4 fluid ounces in this. You could get the Mario Badescu Rose Water Spray that is the same size as my cucumber one right here. And this is 8 fluid ounces for like $2 more. So I don't know, like, because then if you could argue, I think this is a better value, and it is a really good facial spray. So I mean, if you have that, you probably don't need this, but it's affordable. I got it during the Ulta Spring Haul sale for $5. So when I got it, it was like, sorry about the shaking, so it's connected to my desk and it shakes. So I don't know about the what was I gonna say? Oh my god, I lost my train of thought. I'm like so sick. So I mean, I only paid $5 for it. I also got a coconut one if you guys watched my haul. I really like them. When I run out, I'll probably just repurchase my Mario Badescu ones because I really like it. I don't know, we'll see, because it's fairly affordable either way, whichever one you buy. But I'm like fairly new to Pacifica as well, so those are the only Pacifica products I have. Once I run out of my First Aid facial wash, I'm not sure because it's been working really well for me, so I don't know if I want to like chance anything. I might be getting they have like a cactus line, and like I live in Arizona, so like I'm obsessed with cacti. Like it's in my blood, I can't help it, you know. If I could eat a cactus, I probably would. Like I'm just kidding. So next I'm going to take my Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Concealer in the shade 10 and conceal this breakout right here. Even though the spot treatment does such a good job of like concealing, like that's why I think it's such a great product. It like isn't even advertised to like conceal, it's just advertised to blur, but it really does conceal the breakouts. So yeah, I think it's like a really good product. So now I'm going to take is this BS Small brush. It doesn't have the number on it. It did. It's called the round face brush. So there's this set of these on Amazon, I think goes for, it's between 10 and 17. I'm not sure the exact price. I can link them down below. Hopefully I will remember that. It's a really good value of brushes. I'm about to order the Shany Cosmetics brush set. Maybe not. I might order another set of these just because they're cheaper and they're such good quality. So I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Mineral Infused Primer. This is really good for minimizing the appearance of pores. If you're going to go out and get this primer, I highly recommend just getting the bigger size because it's a better value. When I bought this primer, how long I've had this primer, the larger size wasn't a thing, so when I run out, I'm gonna go ahead and get the big one. But yeah, it's really affordable. I think the big one's like $10 maybe. I think it's less than that, and this one was $6. I don't even know if that was $6. I don't know. I'm like so behind on e.l.f. prices right now. So yeah, I highly recommend that primer. It's really nice. Like you can see, it's already like mattified and smoothed my face over, and it's extremely affordable. It reminds me a lot of the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Blurring Primer that I've been using. I really like that primer, but I mean $34, and I like this one just the same. I just don't see why I would do that to myself. Like, it's cheaper, and like, I mean, you see the ears, like I gotta save money for Disney. So I got the Maybelline Dream Satin Fluid. Yeah, Dream Satin Fluid. A lot of people are saying this is the Dream, what's it called? I thought they were saying it was the Dream Mousse repackaged, which I was like, that doesn't make sense because this isn't mousse. But they're saying it was the Dream, I don't know what other foundation, but they're saying it's repackaged, and I wouldn't know that because I didn't try any of the other Dream foundations. I think I tried the mousse like briefly, and I was like not a fan of that. But I wore this a couple times already, and I said this on my Instagram, I think, but it really reminds me of the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. So I think instead of repurchasing the Born This Way, I'm gonna just continue to buy this as long as I want that sort of finish. It looks exactly like it. It has a little bit thinner of a consistency, but going on the face, and it feels very much like the Too Faced Born This Way. So for my foundation brush, I'm gonna be using the Morphe M349. It's just a big dense buffing brush. It's the only thing that sucks about a lot of drugstore ranges is they just don't what's it called, they just don't go light enough. Like this is much better than my my CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Foundation. That one, oh my god, it barely matches me. Like it's probably like half a shade too dark for me. Like it's not super terrible, but it's also like it could be light, you know what I mean? Like this is my perfect shade match. Like honestly, this is the perfect shade match for me. It's like exactly my skin tone, and I love it. Love it. So I'm gonna add a little bit more. It is buildable, as you can tell. It's a pretty light coverage, and things are still peeking through, but that's why it reminds me of the Born This Way. It's very natural looking, and it's easily buildable. I love wearing this on. It would be good for a no makeup day, or when you're just, you know, wanting to look put together but you don't want to have too much on your face, because like sometimes it just feels like it weighs you down, especially if you like work outside like I used to. But in the summer, oh my god. And I think it's because I grew up in Phoenix, Arizona, and I always worked outside jobs. I was like a lifeguard and a ride operator. I just didn't wear makeup during the day. But if I worked inside, I definitely would have, because I do now. Like if I was going to work though, when I worked at Castles and Coasters, when I worked at Wet n Wild I did my makeup, but when I worked at Castle, which is ironic because like I would get wet all day, but when I worked at Castles and Coasters, it just made me feel like there's hair on my face. It made me feel like 10 times hotter, and I was just like not about that life, so I just like stopped wearing makeup when I went to work. But I think that was better for my skin, because I wouldn't, if I sweat, it's not like it was mixing with the makeup and getting in my pores, you know what I mean? So this is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer in C1. Sorry if you can hear my boyfriend, he's being loud. I fuck with this shit. I love it so much. It's not, I wouldn't compare this to Tarte Shape Tape at all, because from what I can tell, and I mean, but I don't wear Tarte Shape Tape, but a lot of other YouTubers have said this as well. From what I can tell when I watch other beauty gurus apply this, or apply Tarte Shape Tape, it's very matte. This is mattifying, but it's more of like a satin matte in my opinion. Like I don't see it as like, what's it called, like a super mattifying concealer. And this one, it's full coverage, like it's 100% full coverage. So I'm gonna go in with this brush again, maybe a small round face brush to conceal. What's this one? Oh yeah, sorry. Anyway, but like, see, it's full coverage, but I wouldn't say that it's nearly as full coverage as the Tarte Shape Tape is, because the Tarte Shape Tape, if I put this amount on my face, like I would literally be able to do a full face of foundation with the, sorry about that guys, with the Tarte Shape Tape. Like, so I mean the Shape Tape is definitely more full coverage, but I mean honestly this is about the same. I think you get more in Tarte Shape Tape, I don't know, but it's still a large amount of concealer for a very affordable price. And yeah, I fucks with this like hardcore. Like this is one of my favorite concealers. I'm a concealer junkie, I've just realized that. Like I have so many concealer. I have the Age Rewind, this one, the Better Skin I really like for covering acne. Like it does the best job out of all my concealers for covering acne. I have the Catrice one, it's really good at brightening. That is a pretty full coverage concealer too. But what else? Maybelline Fit Me, NYX HD I solely use for brightening, and when I want to do, if I'm going to do a day where I'm taking a lot of photos, because it's really lightweight and doesn't crease. But yeah, I love concealers, but this is definitely hands down one of my favorite concealers. It's so good, and it's only $7. I highly recommend it. Oh, okay, so I haven't used this as a setting powder before, but I've heard from Kathleen Lights and I think some other people, this is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer. I have this in a deeper shade, but it's a little too orangey for me. Let's see if I can find it. So I may need one in between these two. Kathleen Lights has been saying she uses this as her setting powder, and it's really good for dry skin. There are some sparkles in it. I don't know if you guys can tell. The light's too like close. That's the problem, I think. Yeah, you can't really see it, but there are sparkles in these bronzers, so we'll see. But I want to see how it works as a setting powder, because I've heard it's really good for dry skin and my skin is dry. But this is in Reserve Your Cabana, and this is quite obviously like way too pale to be a bronzer, so I really don't know why they produced this, to be honest, as a bronzer. But hey, I mean, I don't know anybody who's like that pale that this would bronze their skin. Like, I have a friend who's Polish, and like she's basically transparent, like that's how white she is. And this would not bronze her, so yeah. I mean, I would know I do her makeup for events, because she's like not into that. Like, she never does her makeup unless she's going somewhere nice. So she's always like, Caitlin, help, and I'm like, I got you. But yeah, this actually is looking really nice on the skin. And it's surprisingly like smoothing over pores, which I didn't expect for it to do because it's a bronzer. But it is luminous. I do see the luminosity, which is good though, because that's what I like. So yeah, I've never tried this, but that is a recommendation from Kathleen Lights. So look how it really smoothed over my skin. That's impressive. I dig it. Now I'm going to take my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. You guys have seen me use this 8,000 times on this channel. So like that's not super exciting, but... Oh my gosh, did you guys see on Trend Mood's Instagram? I'm going to go in with the butter blush in Plum Rose. I just love this formula so much. This is like all I use. They're releasing a set, which unfortunately is only going to be available at Walmart, so I won't be able to get Ulta points for it. But it's like, I can't tell if it's a palette. Sorry, I can't tell if it's like a palette or if it's like a set where they're in their own things. But it's like the bronzer, the blush, and a highlight, which I'm about to use. Butter highlight in Pearl. Sorry, it's like the light's just so ugh. There we go. And I'm just gonna take this random brush I got from Ross to apply that. But it's like the highlight, the blush, and the bronzer, and they have one for light skin tones, fair skin tones, and one for medium skin tones. And I'm jumping on that shit. And it also comes with, they made that smell into a fragrance, which Physicians Formula, thank you for listening, because literally all of us have said if this was a fragrance I would douse myself in it. All those things, the blush, the bronzer, the highlighter, and the fragrance, and I believe it might be 2 highlighters. It's either 2 highlighters or 2 blushes for $11.98, which makes me think it's a palette and there's less pan, because how is this going to be $15 by itself, you know what I mean? So, but I don't care. It's like a great value, and I've been waiting for it my whole life, and it's finally come to me. So now I'm going to take the Wet n Wild retractable brow pencil, and this is in the color taupe. A lot of people have said that this reminds them of the Anastasia Brow Wiz. They might or might not be correct about that. I wouldn't know. Oh man. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. I love this pencil. Quality's great. It's super creamy, except, you know, it just literally fell out of the thing. But anyways, because the palette I'm going to use doesn't have a mirror in it. A lot of people are comparing this to the Anastasia Brow Wiz because of the tip. How it's like, yeah, you know what I mean? Anyways, I don't know. I don't know what it's... I mean, because... Oh, shit. Sorry. I meant to keep that focused. I don't know if that's true or not, because I've never used the Brow Wiz, but what I do know is that this is really creamy and shapes my brows really well, and only $3, so that's good enough for me. Take the Brow Gal Brow Gel. I got this on my BoxyCharm. I haven't used this on my channel yet, but it's a great brow fiber. It has fibers in it. At least it seems like that to me. And it's really good at just setting down my brow without making my brows feel like crusty. This is the amount of product you get. You have this long of a lid, and then this is all your product. So like, I'm not really a fan of that. Like, I wish you would have just made the product like this and the lid like this. But it's a great brow gel. It is $23 though, so will I repurchase? Probably not. If I get it in my BoxyCharm again, I'll be super excited because I really like it. But the thing of it is that I could get a NYX brow gel for $6. That makes me just as happy. So when I run out of this, I run out. If I get into BoxyCharm again, great. If not, I'm probably not going to repurchase. Next, oh yeah, okay. So now I'm going to be using the ColourPop Element of Surprise palette. I've used this a few times on my Instagram, but I haven't used it like on my channel yet. I think it's a beautiful palette. It's really nice quality. I've only used ColourPop Super Shock Shadows, so I'm just going to use this to set my eyes down, just as a base. Because it's mostly just because it's right in front of me. That's pretty much the only reason. Otherwise, I'd use a shade from my palette, but there's nothing pale enough to just set my eye. Actually, I'm going to be taking Labyrinth, putting that in the crease. Okay, that's better. Not that you can really tell I'm putting anything in there because it's very subtle, but I mean, that's the point of a crease color. Which one do I want to use? I want to do something kind of light because I'm just like, I'm about to wipe this all off. I I want to do something different too. I'm going to take this color right here, which is detailed. So you got to go in kind of light-handed when you do this-ish. I'm just putting that right in that outer corner. I'm not going any further than that, really. I'm going a little bit up this way, but I really want that stamped into my eye socket right here. Oh, now I'm going to take that big fluffy brush you saw me apply my crease color with and blend this all out. And I don't want to blend it too much because I do want it to be obvious that this outer corner's here, but I just want it to look a little bit more seamless, you know what I mean? After I'm doing my powders, I always take my MAC Fix Plus. Obviously I didn't today because I'm sick and I'm like scatterbrained, so I'm just gonna, and that sets in all the powders. I also just like how cooling and like the smell of this smells so good, but it's also like very nostalgic to me because like all I used in high school and when I was a dancer was MAC, because I always got my makeup done by MAC. So I mean, that was just the makeup my mom bought me, because in order to get your makeup done there you have to spend $50 anyway. So yeah, so I always used Studio Fix fluid, powder, foundation, and like their eyeshadows. I always use their makeup, so it's very like the smell of it just kind of takes me back to my dance days, and like I just love that smell. That's why I haven't gotten the coconut one or anything, because this, and it's just so refreshing. Like I'm sure the coconut ones and stuff are good, I just, that smell like takes me back, y'all. Blank canvas, this maroon color, blank canvas on my lid. And I'm gonna take, so I do this with every shadow. I'm pretty sure these are very pigmented on their own, but I like how the Fix Plus just makes it pop like crazy. So I'm gonna take blank canvas on this naked brush. Like, look at that, that's crazy. Oh, I'm scared. And then just spritz the brush with it to make it more intense, and it helps prevent fallout, like hardcore. And I do my foundation and everything first, so that makes life a lot easier. Oh my god, this is beautiful. I never do this dark of a color on the lid, guys. Who is she? Who is she? I'm so excited right now. Like, I might have to go in with a darker outer corner color, because my lid corner, or my lid color is like darker than my outer corner color. I'm just trying to blend all this mess out because it's a little bit, okay. I don't know, I feel like, yeah, I feel like I need to do darker outer corner. So I'm gonna take Peace of Mind right here and do that as my outer corner color. See, that's looking a little bit more what it needs to look like. Now in with my L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black Mascara, and I'm just gonna actually I'm just gonna go off camera to do this because it takes forever, and yeah, y'all don't got time for that. Alright guys, I'm back. So I just did this when I was playing a YouTube video, so like I moved my camera while I was doing my mascara. But anyways, I forgot to mention before I went off camera, I use a combination. I do L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black, and I also use Maybelline Total Temptation Mascara. This gives me length, this gives me volume. It's Gucci. That's the finished eye look. It's very pink. Don't get used to this. So now I'm going to take my Maybelline Vivid Hot to Lacquer in the shade Tease and apply that ish. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was really chill because I'm sick as fuck. I don't have to do that much editing tomorrow because I have a training from 8 to 4 tomorrow. So yeah, that's good shit. And then after that I want to go to Marshall's, and so I have another, and then it's 8 to 4 on Tuesday. So yeah, I just wanted to get this filmed so it'd be easier to edit Monday or Tuesday. I'm not sure when it's going to be edited, and then it'll be up like Monday while I'm at work. It'll go up next Monday. You're watching this on the Monday, it'll be up. Yeah, does that make sense? Yeah. It's currently the 29th, and it's gonna be up on like the 5th or 6th, I think, is Monday. So anyways, I hope you guys are enjoying this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you liked that I did something different for once ish. And yeah, I will see you next Monday. Bye.